Alright, that is the green poplar and maple. I'm gonna cut that in half. That's long enough for a salt and pepper. And this one is just already mangled up pieces, but we're using walnut, so this is gonna be another set. Now for the walnut, on the top we're gonna have a strip of walnut for pepper, and then on the top of the salt we're gonna have a strip of maple. And we're going to flip-flop that. So the salt is going to have a bottom piece that's walnut, and the pepper is going to have a top piece that's walnut, versus a bottom piece on pepper maple, top piece on salt maple. So it'll flip-flop those two. Same thing with the poplar. I'm going to take another piece, another piece of this green poplar, and I'm going to rip it down for a top and a bottom piece. The pepper is going to have the top piece, and the salt is going to have the bottom piece. And then of course maple for the top of the salt and maple for the bottom of the pepper. And if I just confuse the crap out of you, then just stay tuned and I'll show you. Alright, first I'm going to set my blade height to a little bit more than the width of the salt and pepper shaker, so I'm going just a tad over 2 inches. And I want to add a 3/8 of an inch cap and base. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rip this thin piece through, and it'll be like this, and I'll cut it in half so I have a top piece and a bottom piece, and that's all I need. Alright, now I'm just lining up my fence where it'll cut these two pieces off for me. And I'm left with one really good piece that I will cut in half, top and bottom. I'm going to do the same thing with a piece of walnut. I'm going to take my walnut and my poplar, top and bottom, and I'm just going to cut them in half here at the chop saw. With the first batch of maple and poplar glued up, I'm going to go ahead and make one pass on the table saw to clean up one face, flip it over, and then I'll make the final cut at 3/4 of an inch. Alright, I haven't showed much of the glue up because, quite frankly, it's been kicking my butt. There's the cross section of it. You're going to have, each side is going to have a lamination of hardwood right in the middle. Let me put this down gently. There's one of the walnut. Here's the other one of the walnut, and then that is both of the poplar. I still have to cut it in half once it's done. I don't know if I was getting confusing with these tops and bottoms, but basically you're going to have, let's see, something like this. On the very top of the salt for the walnut, you're going to have maple, and on the very bottom you're going to have walnut. On the very top of this walnut piece for the pepper, you're going to have walnut, and the very bottom for the salt, for the pepper, you're going to have maple. Same thing with the poplar piece. Top of the poplar pepper is going to be poplar. That's a tongue twister. Bottom of the poplar pepper is going to be white, the maple. The top of the salt on the poplar is going to be white, and the bottom of the salt on the poplar is going to be poplar. That was confusing. But anyway, that's the way it's going to be. Once I get these out of the clamps, I'm going to cross-cut them on my sled to square off the edges all nice and neat. Once that's done, I'm going to drill with my 1 3/8 inch bit down 4.5 centimeters I've got a centimeter scale on my drill press, and my max depth is 5, so I'm going to go just slightly less than that, 4.5 centimeters. Flip it upside down and drill a recess in the bottom of it. But anyway, that's once all this glue dries, and I don't think I have enough time tonight to do it, so it's probably going to be tomorrow.